Hello, and welcome to Tricia's Cards and Crafts and another of my series of Simple to Stepped Up on Sundays. These are the cards that I've made for today. This one is the stepped up version, obviously, and I'm going to make a different version of this card. I do like the sentiments, but I wanted to try something else as well. This card, I've used this stamp set, and I used the sentiments from a retired stamp set called Healing Hugs, but there are lots of different stamp sets that we've got available that will say happy get well soon as well, but that's what I made this card with. Okay, this is the stamp set I'm using for the cards. It's called Art Gallery, and it's on the retiring list. Oh no, it's not. It's just that the bundles, there is a set of dies that go with this, and there are some designer series papers as well that match this, but they aren't. The designer series papers won't be available in the are not available in the annual catalogue, because this was out in the mini catalogue from January to June, but this one is now the bundle is retiring, so you if you wanted to get these two, the dies and the stamp set together, then you have to get them quickly, because they won't be available as a bundle from now onwards. Okay, I'll show you. You can still get them, but you won't be able to get the 10% discount. Let me just check. There we go. So it's still here, but you won't get the bundle discount. So this is the stamp set. Okay, right. So let's have a go. I'm going to use Happy Birthday and Best Wishes for this one, the next one I'm making, and I'm going to change the colours again. So, don't want everything the same, do we? So here we go. Now, I'm going to I've got my card ready, and I'm going to put a piece of post-it note down along the spine of the card. There we go. And I'm going to be using Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather. Those are the two colours that I'm going to use on this card. So here we go. Oh, I need to put a piece of scrap paper down, because I will make a mark, because I will be stamping off the page, so which is why I've covered this up as well. So here we go. This is the stamp I'm using. I'm using the smaller of the two flower stamps, but it's more of a spray. So I'm going to start off at the bottom and just have that there like that. And then I'm going to come up here, have that there, and then another one at the top there. So that's all of my Fresh Freesia. Just put that to the side for a moment. And then the Highland Heather, I'm going to use, this will give the sort of, I don't know quite, this stamp here. So I'm using this one and this stamp here, and you'll see what happens now. You can see it better on the peach coloured card that I made. Hopefully this one will show up just as well. So you just position this. It's not going to be exact. So you see, you get some sort of shading from this stamp. There we go. got some nice roadworks going on outside. Here we go. So this, I use this on all of these images. So we've got some shading. I know the flowers aren't all the same, but it doesn't really matter. Ah! Woo! Don't know where that came from. Ow! Right, let's put that away somewhere else. And then keep going. That was a surprise. Wasn't expecting that to drop in on me. So there we go. So these are just going on to all of these flowers. This one here. And the last one up here. And there we go. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the marker pen that goes with this, and this is the Highland Heather as well. I think I might try the the precise end. I don't know what word you want to use. So I'm just going to do some extra lines with this because they weren't, it wasn't going to be, there is no stamp to go with this, so I just thought it might be nice to just sort of carry on the shading part of it. There we go. That's all I'm going to do with that, just a tiny little bit. Don't worry if you haven't got the pen, because it looks just as well without. For this one I said I was going to do happy birthday, so I'm going to stamp up happy birthday. I'm going to stamp that here. There we go. It's quite a nice simple card. Take that off there. And I'm just going to fold that with my foam folder. Yeah, and got that slightly off. Hang on. Just want to make sure I've got that in the right place. It's been quiet all afternoon until now, and now all of a sudden they decide to do some drilling outside. Right, so again on the inside I'm going to stamp with the fresh freesia. This time I'm coming in from this side here. There we go. And I'm going to do the same on my envelope. I'm going to put some stamp again with this one just to the side of my envelope. There. That's this one finished with. And now the Highland Heather. I think this makes a nice contrast. I could have used Gorgeous Grape, but that would have been very dark. Or I could have used the Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape, that would have been fine as well. But if you haven't got the inks, you can use your pens to colour these in as well. Your marker pens. Don't use your blender pens if you've got those, because they will just stain the stamp. They won't actually colour anything in because they dry very quickly, and they just don't work. So that's the envelope done. Just finish this one off. The card. So I'm going to do and then the pen again, just to do a little bit of this, just to make it all coordinate. There we go. And then the other sentiment I'm going to put on inside is best wishes. So I'll just stamp this with the Highland Heather again, and I'm going to put that just here in the middle, and there we go. So that's my Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather version. Just move those out of the way, get that out of the way, and here are the other two. So for this one I used crumb cake and Sahara sand. Yeah, that's it. Those are the two colours I used for that one. So, and I made a bit of a mistake when I was trying to stamp. Now, the words, there is no so sorry. I wanted to say so sorry. So what I did, I covered the double R and the Y up with a piece of post-it note, or a piece of sellotape will do, and inked the sew up first and put that on, and then I inked the whole word up the second time and put sorry next to it. But it was, when I did it, it was more out of line than it is there by the looks of it. So I just used that to go over the top. So I punched that out with a punch that I've got, but this is fine on this card. So I've got my happy birthday here. This one, as I said, is a get well card. So I've done the same thing, and with this card I've used pale papaya, and I've got an old retired ink which is called Peekaboo Peach, but I think probably pumpkin pie would have been just as nice to use on this one. This one would have worked as well, and could have used the pumpkin pie for the sentiments and things as well. I've just used a piece of pale papaya card for the card base, and I had some coordinating card, but you could use maybe a piece of the patterned paper that in the pale papaya from the In Colours designer series paper. That would have looked nice behind there as well. I've got some of the pale papaya, what's it called, open weave ribbon, and I used some of that. I stuck it two ends down either side of the card before I stuck it down, and then I tied a knot with another piece of ribbon separately. Okay, so that's how I've done that. I used a gel pen that I had for this card, just to give a little bit of glimmer on there as well, and I used some of the champagne rhinestones, basic jewels, to just give a little bit of extra decoration there as well. I then cut a piece of white card again to fit inside, and I stamped on the inside as well, the same as I did on the other cards. I've also stamped on the front of the card, the envelope, like I did with the others. So they're all the same sort of technique that I've used on all three of them. This one's just a bit more stepped up, and I had a few more extra bits onto that. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed the cards I've made today, and if you did, if you liked the video, please can you give it a thumbs up. If you would like any of the materials I've used, any of the stamp sets, you can get them from my online shop, which is triciascardsandcraft.stampinup.net. If you've got any comments you'd like to leave, you can leave them below, or you can email me at triciascardsandcrafts@yahoo.com. If you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click on the subscribe button, and if you click on the little bell icon, you'll be notified when I post a new video. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Thanks for now. Bye bye bye.